Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to, well, I guess not welcome back to anything because this is the first video. Welcome to Sonic Heroes. Now, before I say anything, I know it looks weird on the screen. It's not gonna look like this for the whole video. With the settings that I have for this game, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's hard to say because I have a mod that changes it to full screen, but it doesn't change the menu to full screen because it doesn't really work like that, I guess. There's other ways to do it, but I have had so much trouble trying to figure it out, so I used a totally different mod loader that is not used anymore, and there's like no good mods for it. And I'm using that instead because it was so simple and easy. It was like 2 clicks and I was done. The other one, you know, I mean, it's not any less outdated, but it was just so difficult to use. I don't know why it was just not working. I don't know why people don't just make all mod loaders like the same. I mean, I get that certain like games work differently, but still. So anyway, this game actually looks really good in full screen. And I also get to use a controller as well. Originally, I actually had to play this with the keyboard because I didn't like the way the controller mapping was. But I found out you can change that. You can actually change that in the base game too. It's a little hard to know what button you're changing because they're all called like button 1, button 2, button 3, and there's no like knowing what button is which. So, but I have it set up to a pretty. Well, it's not the original, but it's what I like to use. So anyway, let's go ahead and just get this started. I don't know how long this game is going to take to play, but all I know is it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So. But yeah, just wait until you get to see the full screen version of this. It looks so good. I hate Tails' voice actor here. Also, how did Eggman print a GIF of himself?
Sounds like an invitation to party.
What are we gonna do, Sonic?
No worries. We've got this one. Ha! Think I'd miss this? Time to crack that Eggman wide open. Yeah, let's party.
You can tell how quickly in a few years, microphone quality. Oh god, I forgot I changed this to Green Hill. I forgot I have a texture pack that changes this to texture pack. Did I just say texture pack? Good lord. I played Minecraft for like 5 hours last night. Anyway, I have a texture mod that changes Seaside Hill to Green Hill. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the microphone quality. You can really tell in a couple years how very quickly the microphone quality of, I guess, like standard microphones, like changed. You know, like just the overall quality of them. So, I mean, because the voices here sound pretty dang clear, honestly. Compared to, like, Sonic Adventure 1, and even 2, really. 2 had some better mics in it, but not really. Sonic Adventure 1 was definitely the like, you know, old school kind of microphones. Well, I mean, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe it wasn't the microphones. Maybe it was just, like, compression in the game. Or something. I don't really know. I don't know how that kind of stuff works. I'm not a game designer. So yeah, this is a very important game to me, in my opinion, because I've been playing it for years upon years. And I've owned the game physically for years upon years. This is my I don't want to call it my first modern Sonic game because this is not what I call my first modern Sonic game. And plus, I don't really count this as modern Sonic. It's kind of still in the Dreamcast era. Even though this technically wasn't on the Dreamcast, this was on PlayStation, GameCube, and Xbox. I think it was on Xbox. As well as, oh yeah, I was on Xbox, actually. It was also on what's it called? PC, which is what I'm playing it on right now, obviously. Excuse me if I get a little sniffly here. Last night I got like, I don't know if it was like just cold. If I have a cold or something like that, I messed that up really bad. I don't know if it was like a cold or something, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just sneezing. A lot of times whenever I get like sick, kind of, I guess you can call it sick, it's never really like anything bad. It's always just like I have to sneeze a lot and I get congested. That's really it. Oh, dang it. I really hope the game audio for this is okay. I actually turned down some of the stuff overall, so it was just a little more quiet. But I didn't turn it down by much. Ugh, I just hope that my audio is clear. Wait, oh, I was gonna say, that's one thing I'm not a big fan of in this game, is with the cannons. Sometimes they just don't... Oh, let me get that. Actually, I don't really need it, do I? It should be fine. This texture mod actually looks pretty good. I didn't really check it out very much. I checked it out very briefly, but not for very long. There's also another pretty cool mod in here that I am able to use, but I didn't decide to use because it just kind of looked weird. It's a supersonic mod where it changes all your characters' textures and like designs to super versions, and that includes Tails and Knuckles. You know, they get their super and hyper forms or whatever they're called. I think Knuckles has Hyper Knuckles, and I think Tails has Super and Hyper. Another thing is that if you enter the cannon with Knuckles, you actually have to aim where you go, which I think the design of that is pretty cool. You know, you get to you get to change where you go depending on what character you pick to enter the cannon with. You know, if you wanna just, you know, take the main route, you know, you enter the cannon with Sonic. Oops. If you want to, you know, take an alternate route, you can enter the cannon as Tails. I think it changes it up a little bit. Or if you want to shoot wherever you want to go, which is usually a bad idea, you can pick Tails. Or, I'm sorry, Knuckles, not Tails. And Knuckles will allow you to shoot wherever you want, you know. And you can actually shoot in 3 different directions. Because of the 3 characters, it allows you to shoot 3 different times. So yeah, I know all of the ins and outs about this game. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I know all the ins and outs of this game. It's probably one of my favorite Sonic games, honestly. And for a while, I hadn't beaten this game, and a lot of this was very new to me. At least up to it about like 2 years ago or so. About 2 years ago or so, I got this downloaded on my PC, and I played it for the first time, and completed it for the first time. I think I've beaten this game in full, like entirely, like maybe twice, I guess. I think it's twice. But yeah, so this game looks really, really good in full screen.
That was tight.
Get an A rank. I've literally never gotten an A rank in this game. I've gotten an A rank like maybe twice, and that was the second time. So I actually had a pretty cool day today. Since I'm recording this on election day, I actually don't have school. I think I technically would still be in school, but it would be like my last class of the day. I wanted to record a bit more today, but or I planned to. Like I planned to record like super duper early in the morning, but you know, I just kind of didn't. I don't know why Tails' voice lines are always so quiet. Like, it's like, oh, I guess there's a lot of things going on, too. So one thing I want to quickly mention here is with the Chaos Emeralds that I have to collect. Now, you see these keys here? These keys right here are for the special stages, and in order to get to the special stages, I think you have to complete the stage without getting hit. I think that's what it is, at least, because whenever I get hit, I notice the key disappears from the side of the screen. So yeah, now a good idea to do is you, oh god, is you come on, Knuckles. You well, at least it's a good idea. You don't have to, but a good idea is to use Team Rose to collect all the emeralds because they have the easiest stages. Oh, excuse me. They have the easiest stages, so you know it's the easiest to. I just gotta be very, very careful here with these keys because they are very easy to lose. Anyway, so yeah, what I normally do, at least, well, what I have done, not that I normally do, not like not that I play this game very often. You know, I've only beaten it like once or twice. I remember beating it once. I don't know about a second time. I might have beaten it a second time, but anyway, let's take the Sonic route. I would take the Tails route, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, the Chaos Emeralds. It's best to try to. Let me just use Team Blast here, so I don't, you know, chance anything. Oh my God. Oh, I needed to do that. Sorry. So the Chaos Emeralds, they're pretty easy to get as far as I'm aware, but trying to get them in the stages is the hard part. That was close. Also, I think this is the first appearance of these star boxes. I think that's the first time they actually appear in a Sonic game. I gotta be very careful. I mean, I might do the first couple Chaos Emeralds with Team Sonic, but the rest of them, I'm most likely gonna do with Tails. Or, Jesus, I keep saying Tails. Totally not the right word to say in that moment. I'm gonna use Team Rose, is what I was trying to say. Because, you know, if you know Sonic Heroes very well, you know that the stages, depending on the team that you're playing as, are easier, harder, normal, or they have a totally different, spin to them. So, Sonic Team, has the most normal stages. You know, they're not too easy, they're not too hard, they're basically in the middle, and they have the general gameplay that you would expect out of you know, this game, if you've played it already. Team Dark, which is like Shadow and Rouge and Omega, they have the harder stages. They have the harder stages, so if you, well, I mean, you have to play them to finish the game, but if you play the Dark story, or the Dark Team Dark, I don't know. The Team Dark is the harder levels. You know, everything about it is more difficult. There's maybe harder enemies, harder layouts, or something like that. I don't really know. But things like that. Team Rose is the easiest. You know, it has the easiest enemies, easiest layout, things like that. And then Team Chaotix, they kind of don't really have a hard or an easy. It's more so just like imagine the Knuckles stages, but they're the entire stage. So, which I've never been a big fan. I've never been a big fan of those levels. Bad rank. Oh! How am I getting an A rank? I don't understand. I don't ever remember being this good at this game. Normally, I always get like a, I don't know, like a F. Whatever the lowest rank is. So the way these work is you collect these little balls and they give you a boost ability, which I think this is probably one of the first boosts in the Sonic series. That at least is in the game, you know. It's not in the main game, but it's still there. Got 3 1-ups from that. That's another benefit to doing the special stages, is that they give you a ton of 1-ups. So, also another factor about the special stages is if you collect the key in Act 1, you don't get the special stage, you get a bonus stage, which I guess is okay, you know, you just kind of get some items and stuff like that. This boss has always been really funny. Because Eggman, like, goes like, "Whoa!" every time you hit him. Like here, and I can spam the homing attack. So, anyway, I've been very quiet. I was just trying to focus on the game. This game kind of gets me sidetracked sometimes. Anyway, what? Whoa! So the special stages, you have to get the key in Act 2 of the stage in order to get the special stage, as opposed to the bonus stage. Because then, you know, you don't get the emerald at the end of the bonus stage, you just get bonus stuff. You get a bunch of 1-ups and things like that.
Piece of cake. Too easy.
It does my first not A rank, so I think if you beat this in a certain time, it's better. So the bosses are the only feature of this game that base the ranks off of the time, I think, and the rest of it is all based off of score and all that, I think. So, which I've never been a huge fan of, because a lot of times I'm more, you know, I'm more based on speed, you know, and how quickly I do stuff. So here's Grand Metropolis. Wait a minute, this isn't Grand Metropolis. This is just an overused joke. Sorry. Anyway, this is Grand Metropolis. This is, I think, the only other stage I used to see as a kid. Yes, we are. This is probably the only other stage that I saw as a kid because I was so bad at this game that I literally never saw any of the other stages, unless I was playing as Rose. Unless I was playing Rose Team Rose. Jesus, I can't speak. Unless I was playing Team Rose, I could not beat this game. I think Team Rose was the first time that I actually completed the entire story, and that was it. Like, at least on the console version, as a kid, that was the only time that I did that, and that was my first experience seeing. That was my first time seeing, what's it called? The Egg Emperor. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. I don't know. So here is a very interesting glitch that tends to happen sometimes. Is if you don't hold forward, or sometimes if you do hold forward, it just kind of doesn't let you go off that. Like that, I think that thing right there is probably the most trouble I have with this game, is trying to get to that. And it should be very automated, but like, I'm pretty sure I've just phased right through that whenever I hit that. I'm like 95% sure I totally phased through that whenever I picked that up. Maybe the best idea is to not be... Why? Oh yeah, you can also fall off here too. There we go. Okay, I had to slow down a little bit. So anyway, so now that the scary part's done, you know, we get to actually play the game. So, yeah, as a kid, I pretty much... Ow. As a kid, I pretty much never got to play this game, you know, in its full. Because I was so bad at it. You know, I've always been bad at Sonic games. Well, at least as a kid, I was always bad at Sonic games. Nowadays, I'm more confident in beating them. In the games that I, you know, couldn't have beat several years ago, I can beat, you know, with confidence now. You know, games like Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 even. Good God, whenever I beat Sonic 3 for the first time, like legit, you know, without cheats and anything like that, oh my God, I was so happy. Which actually, once again, was pretty recently. My first time beating Sonic 3 officially without, like, save states or anything like that was Sonic 3 Air. Which is disappointing to say, but that was my only time beating Sonic 3. At least like that. So yeah, this game is, you know, it's very special to me. It's kind of my classic Sonic in my eyes, which I guess technically this isn't classic Sonic, but I'm just saying classic as, you know, just old school. I hate those enemies with the spears. There's no way to homing attack them without getting hit sometimes, which those guys tend to cause me to lose my keys sometimes. But right now it's not a problem, because one, we're only in Act 1, and you know, it's not an issue. So I think after So I think after we do Grand Metropolis Act 2, and if I hopefully get the Chaos Emerald there, then I'll do it. But if I don't, then I won't. The second act of the stage usually is what would kill me sometimes. I think that was as far as I would usually get. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've made it to Casino Highway a few times. Casino Highway, is that what it's called? As you can see, I'm way more confident in switching rails in this game than I am with, really any other of the older Sonic games that featured rail grinding. It's a little more... I mean, it's still janky, and it's not nearly as well, you know, coded as, you know, the later ones, because they gave you a specific button to change rails, you know? And this one you actually have to, like, kind of jump over to them. So it's a lot less janky, but it's still not nearly as good as what it is now, you know. But it's definitely better than like Sonic Adventure 2 rails, things like that, because those I do not trust with a single string of my life. You know, if I was asked to do a successful rail switch in, I don't know, Final Rush, I would, you know, would not be too hopeful of myself.
Barely made it.
I love how Sonic says that. He says, barely made it. Like, he's, like, so happy. He's like, wow, that sucked. That kind of thing. My PC actually gets pretty hot when it's playing this. I'm surprised. My head's spinning! What a wild ride. Those, like, three words come from, like, the same like sections, and they all go in the same order. Like Tails says, "Wow, my head's spinning," and then Knuckles goes, "What a wild ride." Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm actually kind of happy I'm actually playing this game for real at this moment. I did not realize I could triangle dive up that. This stage has a lot of Tails use, but it's not my favorite. Okay. Well, I didn't really need Knuckles. Well, I guess I kind of did. I would have rather had Sonic do that, but that's really all you get for doing that, is just a little thing. I don't know why I did that either, but I mean, just a cool little trick. So yeah, now Tails is OP because I've just, you know, leveled him up to crap, you know. Alright, that was very close too. So this is another section that I would sometimes end up dying on, I think. I think it was this section. A lot of times because there's these little trails of rings here that I would, you know, try to, you know, light speed dash on, and I was like, I used to use the light speed dash way too often. Also, you can't really jump here. I missed that one. And that's it, and then you're done. Let me just turn the camera around. I totally forgot I have camera control in this game. Pretty basic, but it's camera control nonetheless. A lot better than the lack of camera control in some games. I mean, older or later. You know, camera control is still very important, you know? So you can actually shoot those to make them go away. And there goes my key. That's one thing I'm not a huge fan of in this, is how fast these characters are. Like, these characters are so unbelievably fast. Like, not even just Sonic. Like, Tails, sometimes, if you get him going, he is unstoppable sometimes. Even Tails, the slowest character here. Like, if you get him in a certain position, you will not be able to stop him. So these two balls here, those are, like, evil. Evil balls. They are no good. If you decide to do your little, you know, tornado thing with Sonic, he will actually hit those balls after he is done spinning, and then you will lose whatever key you may have. If you happen to have a key with you, you will lose it. No, and that's not an if, and, or but. You will literally lose your key. So you have to use Tails to get rid of them first, which I didn't know you could do. I mean, I kind of did, but not really. I've officially messed up the camera entirely for this section. I didn't know by simply changing the camera that you can mess up this whole camera in that section, at least. All right. So now comes, well, actually, I don't think it's yet. Oh wow, Tails can actually destroy those things. I think there's another. Here it is. Wow. That went up there very quickly. Alright, so there's a shield, so hopefully if I get hit, I won't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Yep. And... Alright. That was a very successful, run of that section. That section normally will kill me every single time. But I didn't take damage. I didn't lose my key, most importantly. So I'll get the second Chaos Emerald. I don't think I'm going to bother with... That was a very long time. I don't think I'm going to bother with, I don't think I'm going to bother with the next couple stages. Because, you know, there's just too much. There's way too much. In my opinion, I think there's a lot going on in them, and I think it's just the easiest just to go for, the emeralds as Team Rose.
Yes!
Oh, wow. Okay. So that was very, very, very quick. So, there's our second emerald. So now we only need 5 more emeralds? Yeah, we only need 5 more emeralds, so I can get 5 emeralds with Team Rose, which isn't all that bad.
Gotcha, my darling Sonic.
Speaking of Team Rose,
What are you doing here?
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
this boss fight actually took a little while longer than I thought it would normally the first time.
This time you're mine.
See, my only problem with this is that whenever they go to whenever they go to that, and then I'm dead, and I can't control any of that. Like them using their thing there, it does no good for you because then you get freeze like this. I just gotta wait for her. Don't even. Alright, so then we revive Tails. Team Blast the crap out of Amy here. And then she should just be gone. There we go. Normally those are pretty difficult. Or actually, technically,
We're in a bit of a rush.
they're technically really easy a lot of the times. But I mean, I don't know. So what is it, stage 5?
Give up that easy. What is this place?
Actually, before I do that, let me quickly check on my... Oh, 38 minutes. That's not bad. I can probably go through the rest of this stage, and then I can probably go through the rest of this stage, and then maybe the boss fight, and that's probably about it. So, and I might just do another recording straight after that. I'll tell you what, even though the homing attack here still doesn't have a reticle, I feel like I'm still more comfortable with it here than I am with Sonic Adventure 2. Like, Sonic Adventure 1 I mean, it was okay. It didn't really rely on it all that much. It was helpful, but, you know, it wasn't, like, required for some sections, you know. Like, getting onto rails in Sonic Adventure 2, you pretty much needed the homing attack onto it to get speed. You know, you couldn't just, you know, walk onto it or anything. So one of my least favorite parts of this game is this level here. This level and also the next level are both very, well, not good. In my opinion, I think they're kind of bad. Whoa, I did not mean to do any of that. That was entirely, like, just because Sonic was going too fast, and I couldn't not control it. I was trying to jump and then do that, but that was not what happened. Don't really know why they gave you invincibility at this section. It kind of is very useless here. I mean, unless you really can't defeat those 3 enemies without having any of your levels up. I mean, Jesus, it's not all that difficult. This is actually the luckiest I've been getting with what's it called? The boards here. Normally these take ages upon ages to get through, and I'm actually surprisingly not taking all that long. But yeah, this stage normally takes a long time. Like, I actually spent about like 8 minutes alone on one of these later levels like this. I think it's whatever it's called, like Bingo Highway or something like that. Something with bingo in it. Let me just use Team Blast on these fools. It like took me like 5 minutes just to get out of the frickin' section of. It took like 5 minutes just to get out of the section of pinball stuff. You know, and it was not fun. I'll tell you what, the pinball physics in this game deteriorates so much compared to the pinball physics in SA1. Like, those felt, you know, they felt good, they had a little bit of weight to them. They were just, in general, just way better than what it is here. Come on, Knuckles. Thank you. I forgot, in this one, the exit actually is at the bottom as opposed to the top. Oh, we're already done, actually. Oh, Sonic's already here. He's like, what are you guys taking so long for? So yeah, now I'm averaging C ranks for these. Like, the first 2 stages I got A ranks, then I got a B rank, then a couple C's, and then a couple more C's. You know, and now I'm just averaging C's. Which I guess is not good, not bad. Just very average. What? Are you kidding me? Just immediate Team Blast? Okay. That's cool. But yeah, the pinball physics here, they feel so floaty. I don't know. They don't feel good. They really don't. No, why don't we do a little bit of gambling? If I can. I can barely maneuver Sonic in this thing. Actually, I think the thing is at the bottom, so we might as well just go to the bottom. It is not. Oh wait, yeah it is. I didn't realize that was going to send me to a different area. One thing I'm not a big fan of is the fact that you can't change characters in the air. You can't actually change in the air at all. You need to hit the ground, and then you can, like, you can change, but it doesn't do anything. Hitting the ground doesn't actually, I mean, hitting the button in the air doesn't actually do anything. You know, you can change the character in the air, but it won't do anything until you hit the ground. There's bingo on the table.
All right.
Got both of those. Let's see if I can get 7. Got another bingo. If I get 8, I'll get another one. There's another one. And if I get 9, I'll get another one. Come on. Yeah, trying to maneuver this frickin' pinball stuff is just god-awful. 2 bingos. I almost got a full bingo table.
All right.
I think this is one of those games where they kind of just, you know, made lives, like, kind of pointless. Because you can get them so easily. I mean, if you're playing the base game, you can get them pretty easily. Also, Tails and Knuckles, or Tails and Sonic are already dead. Like, they're literally just out of the table. Which that's another thing I'm not a huge fan of, is the fact that you can literally have your characters die on the table. Oh god. One thing I'm not a big fan of, I think I already mentioned this, is that you can literally die. Like, you see right there, it says lost, and I could not control that. I literally could not control not going into there. I pressed left and right, and it just directed me towards it. Oh, you know what it is? I'm just realizing this now. So, you don't actually... I just realized what they did wrong with this. So, the controls actually will still move you if you're not pressing something. So, you can go right, and in order to stop going right, you have to press left. But if you stop pressing left, you continue to go right, so then you just turn right back into where you didn't want to go. That seems to be the issue.
Here we go.
Is that they just coded that really badly. So yeah, so now I know how the controls work. They actually still move you in a direction, and pressing a direction just guides you in whatever direction. Like, pressing back actually sends you back. Well, not really. Kind of... Whoa. It just kind of, like, messes you up a little bit. See, Sonic's already dead. Luckily, Knuckles isn't dead, so if I mess up here, it won't be all that bad. Or... not. They all respawned? Oh, I gotta do that whole crap over again now. See, like, I'm not controlling this. I'm literally not controlling this. I'm just kind of watching it happen. And I'm guiding it somewhat. Yeah, see, I couldn't move. I'm pressing left and it's just sending me right. And this stage is still taking 8 minutes anyway. This stage is just way too freaking long. Let's see if I can at least get this bingo number. I think the problem is that they put the death plane of that area... Come on, Tails. They put the death plane of that area way too close on the side of the board, and then it just immediately kills you, even though you're not actually falling off the thing yet. And I'm dead. Are you kidding me? Oh, look at that. Oh, really? Well, I don't need it anyway. I already have 300 freaking rings. Almost 400 rings. If I get this 9, I'll get another bingo. There we go. Now I have 400 rings. Yeah, if I was moving there, I'd be dead. I just moved too far is the thing. Like just a simple bumper hit just sends me flying. I have no weight on my characters. I can't control them at all. I don't know. It's just I don't understand how Sonic Team can like.
Just enough to pass.
I don't understand how Sonic Team can like upgrade and then downgrade severely like several years later. Like Sonic Adventure 1 was in 1999. Oh, I get to do the Emerald Challenge. I totally forgot about that. Sonic Adventure 1 was in 1999, and the pinball physics there were perfect, I think. I mean, they were a little finicky, but they were pretty good, I would say. For that time, I mean, for having for being the first pinball kind of section in the game, well, really in Sonic history, then I'd say they were pretty dang good. Actually, that's a lie. There were pinball physics in, like, Sonic 2. So that was a dang lie. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to see where I'm going here. Emerald's already long gone. I'm nowhere near it. I have no boost. Here it is.
Yes!
I just got it by the luck of the draw. I think the downward motion was leading me towards it. And I only need 4 emeralds. I think 4 emeralds is very doable. And I get 1-1-up still. That's good. So now I'll do this little boss fight, which these fights are a lot more fun than I think they should be. Even Eggman thinks they're fun. I'll tell you what, this boss in the haunted house thing sucks though. This one is fine, but the one in the haunted house specifically is garbage. Oh, I got Team Blast. You know, these bosses are pretty simple, you know, it's just a bunch of fight the bosses, or fight the enemies, you know, until you win. And they're not ever really hard. I mean, until the game gets more into it, they're never really hard enemies or anything like that. I've really never been a huge fan of the design of the, what's it called? Oh, wait, I can just destroy these guys. The design of the shields in this game, they don't really fulfill me very much. They're just kind of like two sides of an orb, you know, it's not really all that big. Okay, I couldn't change. That was cool though. That chain reaction was really nice. I honestly forgot how long these were. Don't get excited, boys! I'm just gonna Team Blast. I don't even know if all of them are spawned in or not. Don't get too excited, boys! Those were the easy ones! Yeah, no kidding. Also, he still calls the girls boys whenever he does that, so... he's just being, you know, ignorant.
What a waste.
What a waste. Oh, that's right! Rail Canyon. This is like one of my favorite stages, honestly. Even though it sucks balls. Okay, so we've been recording for an hour, so I think that's probably good enough. So we got like 50% of the way done with Sonic Story already. That's pretty crazy. So I think in the next episode that I do, which I'll be recording after this, we'll probably maybe finish up Sonic Story? I don't really know. I mean, because I've got... oh, God, I've got plenty of time today. I've got so much time today. My only problem is that my only other day to record today is Thursday. Well, I can record it really any day. It's just I have, you know, certain amount of times on certain days. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I will see you all next time.